everyone, it is Nancy Taylor here and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a second, yeah? I know, I'm back, I'm here. I'm so excited to give you guys an update on what's going on and what to expect in the coming year. So let's jump right into it. So this channel started as I started doing videos about teaching online, and I started this in 2016. So this channel started as showing others how to work from home, showing other moms that were home how to teach online so that they could have a stream of income and they would work while their babies sleep. And so I was so passionate about it, loved it, shared it, became a top recruiter, loved that experience. This was my season with VIP Kid. If you scroll back and look at some videos, they're all orange. And I'm not in a classroom right now. I used to film in my classroom, and here I am in front of this moody wall. This is my office. Anyways, I want to give you an update on what is happening this year. So this is the beginning of 2023. We are in 2020, we moved into a new house, we had a new baby in 2021, and then in 2022, I had been selling a course about YouTube, and I also had a back-end membership for online teachers. It was specific for online teachers, teaching them how to build a brand online. I need a drink of water. Did I bring water? Yes. I'm trying to be pretty good about my video because I'm not sure if I'm going to edit this. So you might see me grab a drink of water. Anywho, in 2022 in March, I had this, I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't so much a change of heart as it was just, this is not the spot I feel called to be. And so I stopped my membership, I stopped selling my course, and I prayed hard. I was like, what should I do? Where should I go? Should I build a new business? And my answer was to this prayer, it came fairly quickly, but I didn't quite know how to interpret it. And the answer to my prayer was, it doesn't matter what you teach, it is about how you teach it. And I was like, oh, so I can do whatever I want? No, just kidding. I was like, so what should I do? And ultimately, it brings me to today. And I'm so excited for this because I haven't had this amount of clarity within probably the last 6 or 7 months. And so what did I do in that time? In the summer, I started doing nutrition and fitness coaching for a brand called Warrior Babe, and I currently coach members of their VIP program. Love it. I certified in precision nutrition. I certified with WAG nutrition. I updated my personal training license, and so now it's with NASM, N-A-S-M. If you have any questions about any of these certifications, just let me know below. And I was going all in. I built a second YouTube channel, got that monetized, all about fitness and nutrition. It was mostly just workouts. They're workouts with mindset messages, and loved it. All summer, I did a free 12-week program. And that's why this channel kind of just paused, because I didn't know what to do. I got this. I didn't even share with you guys. It was like a bittersweet moment. I think I shared on my Instagram. Oh no, my table's going up. I have a standing desk. But I got this. And it was like now it's dusty. My kids think it's so cool that their mom has one of these because they watch the YouTubers and they think it's so cool. But I had gotten this for hitting 100,000 subscribers, and it was kind of bittersweet because I was like, that's such a cool goal. I'm so happy that I reached that goal. And then I didn't know what to do with my channel. And I was like, well, I did my videos for teachers, and I didn't feel like I was necessarily within the teachers because in 2020 my contracts were terminated. I was still helping teachers, still a lot of teachers are here, and I wasn't quite sure because I wasn't specifically teaching at the time. And that's where it was kind of like, what do I do? I didn't have that clarity. And so that brings me to today where I feel like I fully have stepped into the answer to my prayer. It doesn't matter what you teach as much as how you teach it. I discovered a business coach. Her name is Jody Moore, and I discovered her this summer and enrolled in her program. And from there, I learned about Brooke Castillo in the Life Coach School, and I just fell in love, and I fell hard in love. Her coaching program at the time I enrolled to become a life coach, and at the time I enrolled, it was like $18,000 to enroll in her training. And I think that the pricing's going up this year. I'm not sure what it is in 2023. But as I've gone through that program, it's like the answer just came to me. It was within, it was look inside. I learned how to do my own coaching, to self-coach myself. And make sure you subscribe to this channel or watch the next video coming up where I'm going to show you the details of what it looks like to self-coach. Now, for the answer, I am going to, in 2023, I'm going to be launching and opening up enrollment for my group coaching program. It's called Simple Daily Habits. And with that, With this program, I am teaching work from home women how to build a brand online with YouTube. It sounds very similar to what my program was before. My program before was Beyond Teaching Online, and I would help teachers to build a brand on YouTube. Doesn't it sound so similar? However, I could not have taught it the same way as I'm currently coaching and teaching because I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't understand like getting quiet and listening to your heart, or like really looking inward and following that. So not only is it the mindset of building a business and a brand on YouTube, but also the strategy. And both of those come together with simple daily habits. We coach on branding, but a lot of times the coaching topics could be on balancing work and life. It could be a coaching topic that is on parenting, because it's really difficult. It can be difficult to create content here or to show up as your best self if you feel like things are falling apart in your personal life, or if you feel like things are going crazy at home. So the coaching, it encompasses just about everything in life, but we specifically help women who are building a brand on YouTube and wanting to create a six-figure stream of income. And I'm so excited. I'll leave link below. I have a free training. It's on January 16th of 2023. So if you're watching this after, check the links below. I will update that to my waiting list if you're catching this after. But just so you know, for what was on my mind today is Sunday, and I was thinking at church today, this came to my mind, and it comes to my mind throughout the year, but I think it's so fitting for January. So it's what I want to leave you with today. And it is a talk by President Uchtdorf, and it's called Of Regrets and Resolutions. And I'll leave linked below. Actually, I have 2 parts I'm going to share with you. So in his talk, he talks about a nurse, and this nurse goes and she works with the terminally ill. And she says, I ask them this question because it seems like when you're close to the end of your life, you have like this another layer of wisdom or this clarity on really what's the purpose of life? Why am I here? What am I doing? And she said, I asked them, do you have any regrets? And they categorize them into three categories. The first one is many regretted that they didn't enjoy or have more fun in life. Like they were always working to get to the next goal, or they weren't appreciating and grateful for their body, or like the day-to-day, the small ordinary moments. Brene Brown does such a beautiful job at sharing stories of the everyday moments and making them so impactful and meaningful, such as looking at your child when they wake up, that moment. And so these have stuck with me since I've heard this talk. It's stuck with me throughout creating this program and creating this brand. And so that number one is having more fun. Like it just choosing to create joy in the process. Because as you're going through building a brand, if you're building a business or you're doing a YouTube channel, you can do the strategies and you can be miserable and burnt out, or you can do it in a place of joy, abundance, love, unconditional love. It can just be from such a healthy and beautiful place. Now, the second one that a lot of them would answer was they felt like they didn't reach their full potential. And so if you're feeling like, I've had these goals, or I've had these ambitions, I've had these things I've been driven and I've wanted to accomplish, but I haven't felt like I've fully accomplished them, or I haven't consistently worked towards doing them. Whether it is for your health, whether it is a goal that you have in your life or a relationship, or maybe it's a goal that you have in your own business, whatever that is, where you get to develop a skill and progress, if you are not feeling uncomfortable just about every day, then think about the opportunity you're missing out on to grow, because that discomfort, as you get more comfortable with being uncomfortable, you are growing, you are progressing. So when you come to coaching calls in our group coaching program, if it's like, I'm not sure, I'm feeling like everything's dandy, I'm doing great, I'll say, well, what are the top 3 feelings that you're feeling? And usually they'll be like a positive, maybe there'll be a negative one, and we can coach on that. But if everything's going great, awesome, let's set a bigger goal. Like, what is the next goal, or what's the next step or next thing you want to accomplish? Are you consistently learning a new skill? Not to overwhelm or like I want to add more to my plate, but for an opportunity to grow, to progress. Okay? And the third and final thing, hopefully I can think of it on the spot because I'm not going to edit this. I'll have to look at my notes. I was doing pretty good at not looking at my notes though, huh? Oh, yeah, last one. The final one was time. I wish I had spent more time with my family, with my friends, my loved ones. If maybe they had like building a business online, I might have to schedule separate time, but a lot of times I could start to mix it. Like I'm working on my phone while my kids are right there. So it could be I need to be very intentional about that time that I'm working on my business versus being a mom and being there completely present with my kids. I want that phone to be away. I want to like look them in their eyes, see those cute little cheeks and smiles and those little grins and the little dimples on their face. The time, and not just the time, but the quality time. They regretted not spending more quality time with those they loved. If you haven't called someone up or set up like a lunch date with a good friend that you haven't seen for a while, maybe that's kind of a little reminder of those are so important. I think that 2020, when we were kind of isolated from everyone, we were reminded of how important it is to build those relationships, to connect with other people, whether it's online or in person. All right, those 3 things stuck with me. I also wanted to share, I was watching a video by Vanessa Lau. I'll leave that one linked below too. And she talks about these stages of building your YouTube channel. So as you're building a brand online, and I wrote them down because I thought it was super helpful. And again, you can watch when she teaches it. She's got a visual and it's all great. You're gonna hear me just summarize it. But she says a lot of times when people are building a YouTube channel, number one, they never start. So if you're like, I've had it on my mind for years and years and I haven't started, just like what's holding you back? If it is time, if it is, I don't know how to do it. Those are just maybe an excuse here, but maybe underneath it's like, I might fail. I'll be uncomfortable. I'll get a negative comment. Like maybe there's something a little bit deeper in there that's keeping you from starting. So just get really curious with yourself on, is this something I feel called to do? And if so, why haven't I done it yet? No judgment, observe without judgment, love yourself unconditionally, but just get a little bit curious. Now the second thing she says on this, like she shows it like this, never starts here, then you get momentum, you upload a couple videos, and then you give up. Let's say you do 4 or 5 videos, nobody watches them, you give up, you're like, oh, this isn't worth it, it's so much work for no payout, like nothing's happening. It's this long game. Now the next one she says, now you've posted, you get out of that, you've posted, you gain momentum, and then as you start getting momentum, you can get burnt out. It's the same video over and over. And so then you fall down again. And when you're down here in burnout, she says that to get out of it is there's a rinse and repeat. So I rinse and repeat, I'm using the same content, the same concepts over and over, and then we fall one more time. This last one is struggles to stay relevant. I really related to this because I feel like that's what my 2022 was. Like, I don't know, do I talk to online teachers? I don't know, I was unclear on what to post on this channel, and therefore I posted nothing. It wasn't until I started to coach myself and started to work with a life coach and really started to, and work with a business coach to understand, like, why am I not posting? Like, why was I not posting? There's so many people out there that I can help and serve, and here I am, like, unsure of how to help them, but not anymore. So with the reinvention, she says reinvention, and it's just similar to that prayer, that answer to my prayer. It doesn't matter exactly what you teach, but how you do it. And so the way that I'm teaching YouTube and branding and business, it's almost as if it's personal development. I feel like building a brand, and okay, I have one more story. So many stories. In the summer, was it summer or the spring? I had this, it was summer, kind of fall. I was like, why do I want to go to this training? It was a training for businesses, and it was in Arizona. So I had to fly there, I'm in Utah. And I saw the ad for it, and I'm like, oh, this Jody Moore was speaking. There was Glennon Doyle, she wrote the book Untamed. She was speaking there, and it was called Unstoppable. And I was like, why do I want to be there in person? I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, but I'm going to go. I just have this feeling I need to go. And one of the speakers shared, building a brand is one of the best personal development journeys. I'm like, that really resonated with me. I feel like that is so true. I've grown and developed so many skills, and I have more wisdom and knowledge and experience because of building a brand, because of sharing these videos, because I'm learning the process, because I'm helping others. I'm connecting with them in coaching calls, in group coaching calls. I'm learning so much. I've invested around $60,000 in my own training and my own learning for building a business, for life coaching, for building funnels and building systems. And then I question, who am I to teach this? I'm like, who am I not to teach this? So if you're questioning and doubting yourself, it probably never goes away. It's just something to coach yourself through. It's like, this is the part where I question myself. This is awesome. We're gonna have so much fun. So I wanna invite you guys to our training. It is linked below. It's a live training on January 16th that week. I have several trainings that I'll be doing, teaching inside a webinar. And if you do sign up and you can't make the live time, I do send the recording to you. Again, if you're catching this after, I always update that link, not always. If I remember, I'll update that link to our waiting list. But you can always email me at hey@heynancytaylor.com. That's my email address. I'll get back to you there if you have any questions. So our group is specifically for women building a brand online with YouTube. And it is, if you have a goal to build a 6-figure stream of income, I want the go-getters. I want those that are ready to go for it, but also you have self-doubt, you have imposter syndrome, all of those things. It's mindset and strategy, and we're gonna help you make it happen. All right, goodbye.